Oh, sorry, Kitty. I was listening to Kitty. The white-haired girl has a kitty. It's nice. Not good. Dusty left. I didn't like him anyway. Anyway. Did I say hi to Nutella? I don't know if I did. There's all this arguing going on. I did get your PM. So I did read it. I didn't acknowledge any PMs I received, but I did read it. I should just say something. I should answer them with something. I should just send something like smiley face or something. I should do something. I mean, I feel like such an ass sometimes because, you know, people write this shit, and sometimes they write a whole bunch of shit. I don't see nothing.
Alright, Gary. You're the captain. You have no responsibility except to man the ship.
Well, whatever. I do have responsibility to people. People are really good to me, and I should be better to them.
You got a responsibility to me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what that is, but I don't know. Is your name Scott? Maybe I do owe you something.
Fuck no, my name ain't Scott. What the fuck?
Okay, well, I'm just speculating. That's all. I owe some guy named Scott. I know I owe him something.
So New Jersey ain't got state initiatives. Is that what you're telling me?
We have, we have, yeah, we do, but they very rarely come up. But yeah, we do have, like, the referendum thing, you know, non-binding sort of thing. We're getting there. But I mean, it's, you know, you see it, and like I said, even in the small towns, we do it here now and then. They put something on the ballot, and it's always just this stupid, simplistic paragraph. And sometimes it's not even simplistic. Sometimes it's so fucking convoluted that you don't even know what the fuck you're voting for. I mean, it's a paragraph of gobbledygook. You know, well, we're going to have a bond issue and we're going to borrow $7 million, but then we're not really going to pay it back to anybody. We're just going to pretend we paid it back on a Thursday, but we're really
like
going to keep the money in our back pocket until the next Thursday after the first Friday of the second millennium, and then we might pay it back.
So we can agree that there should be a certain length to laws if we are to have referendums and initiatives.
No, we're not agreed to any of that shit. I'm sorry.
Well, you're saying that the longer it gets, the more convoluted it's able to be.
I'm saying there's fucking paragraphs that are too convoluted to fucking read because they're trying to say too much in too little a space. They try to say it all and cover all the bases in a paragraph, and you can't fucking do it. And so it turns into complete crap because they try to say too much with too few words.
Say something?
But that's what you want, because the more simple it is, the more that the masses are going to be able to comprehend what they're voting on. If you make it something too complex...
You read, alright, let's wait till the next election and I'll send you... Let's wait till the next election and I'll send you the initiatives that end up on a ballot here, okay? And I bet you, if I don't give you the description of the initiatives, you're not going to know what the fuck those initiatives are actually going to do. And what the actual consequence of them is going to be.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that.
Alright, fine.
Okay. You do know that when you get your ballot and the propositions come in, it's one or two sentences about a proposition. Then you get this pamphlet, and it's like a 5-page, you know, representation of the arguments of a certain proposition. And it's completely, I mean, you read this 2-sentence sort of blurb, which basically most voters read, and it's totally, it's wrong. People are misled by what these sort of 2-sentence blurbs about what the propositions represent.
I'm just saying, all law, it's just too complicated. There's very few subjects that are black and white simple, and so there's just, you can't write simplistic bullshit
just
law.
For the sake of argument,
You've got to account for the complexity. Well, yeah, look, abortion rights, simple enough. I agree with you. Abortion, there's laws that just shouldn't exist. So those laws are really simple because they shouldn't exist in the first place because they're just based on religious bigotry. But yeah, the death penalty, that'd be a simple one. Yeah, go ahead, give that to the people. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's no problem. They're yes or no kind of questions, yes or no kind of issues. But I'm just saying most things like health care or you know, complex legal issues and all the rest, there's got to be...
then we could vote to create a committee. An honest committee that's bound to the House that we're paying for, right?
Yeah, right. So you can make an honest committee, but I can't vote for an honest politician. But you can make an honest committee. I mean, come on, you just can't smell what's the fallacy in this?
If it's still in the form of a Congress, even with instant runoff voting, it won't work because you've got too little people representing you.
That's bullshit too. I just pointed out that it's not just about instant runoff voting, it's about getting rid of the geographic bias, okay? So then if you get rid of the geographic bias and the congressional body is all about ideology and not geography, you won't have any of this fucking, there won't be any more pork. Pork ends. It's over. All the special interest ends because it won't have any fucking power anymore.
That would be a total annihilation of the state borders in the United States, though.
Well, great, super. I'm all for abolishing state borders.
Well, that's
true. But we don't have to do that. That there really isn't. What I just advocated does not get rid of state borders. It just tells you that you can vote something other than your goddamn town or your goddamn county or your goddamn state. You can vote for your principles. I mean, I frankly don't even get the whole, like I said, why do we need states? It's just stupid. You know, it's just every border you create, you just create incentive for them to do things to each other, to sabotage each other, take advantage of each other. We see it all the time. I mean, the New England up here, they're always trying to figure out some way to get the homeless people to move somewhere else or to get the rich people to move into their state. I mean, it's always this fucking games being goddamn played.
Else pay for it, right?
Well, now he looks a little like a girl there. You ought to try to teach math fails that one. Give him some long hair. I think he's got the big eyes. He's like a big-eyed little girl. Oh, Hax is gone. Oh, good. I can relax now. It's calm. Oh, Dusty wants to talk, though. I'll spoil everything. But go ahead.
Yeah, like we live in a constitutional democracy, right? But the more decades go on, we grow farther and farther away from our constitution, right? So, like, I mean, your court cases are proving that, because, like, all your rights are being violated, you know, left and right. So I think ultimately we just have a democracy, and, you know, the further we go into the future, the more and more pure democratic it's going to get, and, you know, rights can be able to vote it away in an instant. So I don't really know if that's what you want. I mean, just pure democracy, or, because that sounds sort of like your criticism of old Hack's idea of direct democracy.
Yeah, well, I want a representative democracy, so I don't know if you want to call that pure or not, but whatever, fine. But I want an accountable government, and we don't get accountability with a two-party system. That's why the system wasn't broken even 100 years ago. You know, judges could still be sued. You know, so they had some sense of responsibility because they could be accountable if they fucked with somebody's constitutional rights, and that makes a big difference. I mean, the politics has gotten so slimy. I mean, if you read old court decisions, you can look at you can figure out pretty quick that these guys had a passion for the law. They weren't just fucking around, just filling a seat.